This is WISH TV Channel 8, Indianapolis, Indiana. It's 6 o'clock.
Underway just yet, but you can see how many people have gathered.
Channel 8, Indiana's #1 news station.
Now to support.
Good evening, I'm Trudy Arnell, and it is what's happening on the on-the-scene news for this Sunday, December 20th, 1981, on 6 p.m. on a Sunday evening. Lake Walesa urged solidarity members to stage bloodiest strikes against Poland's martial law replace to prove the independent as
Sometimes I feel like it's my because
a union works and exists. Norwegian radio reports on Saturday.
They were living in this.
Also reported from Poland said troops shot and killed 56 people and clubbed 10 out of his death. Western intelligence across
Now, police fear
the land Saturday said that they confirmed that plane loads of Soviet officers landed in Warsaw last Wednesday. There was no further elaboration. The State Department said it considered reports of 54 killed and worker police clashes in Poland to be reliable. A Dutch truck driver returned from Poland, and solidarity officials told him that Polish troops shot and killed 56 miners and clubbed 10 officers to death in Katowice last week. The driver, Albert Brand, reached by the Associated Press Bureau in Amsterdam, said it after he had returned from a convoy delivering charity food parcels in Poland. Said solidarity officials told him that 10 people were clubbed to death on Wednesday and 56 were shot to death on Thursday night at the Wiggins mine. Poland's official media reported 7 demonstrators shot and killed at the mine. Polish workers, some joined by deserted material and martial law troops, were holding out in factories, mines, and shipyards, according to reports reaching from the Poland Saturday from the west. Some accounts said that the strike was threatened to blow up mines and ships, and the Walesa suffered a heart attack, but as with all the other reports, the accounts could not be confirmed because they are so normal that communications with Poland and dispatches by Western and correspondents are subject to military censorship. Relations a bail was written and signed in on Thursday, and the village was being held in 15 miles south of Warsaw and smuggled out of Poland by a Norwegian citizen. Norway's government radio NRK said. The broadcast said that Walesa urged its solidarity members to stage a pass of strikes in the factories, meaning not to report to work and at plants where you have a possibility to defend yourselves. You should stage active strikes, meaning occupation, NRK said. Workers should not arm themselves and should avoid bloodshed, said Walesa's Solidarity's chief. That the message ended with an appeal to prove that solidarity works and exists, the radio said. From the Vatican, Pope John Paul II sent 2 envoys to Vienna, where they boarded a train to Warsaw to hold talks with Polish church and government officials in Walesa. They were sent in the hopes of negotiation and settlement of the week-old crisis in the pontiff's native land. Also, thousands of people gathered at the rallies in Southern Europe and Asia and in the United States to protest martial law in Poland and then demand the restoration of solidarity. About 5,000 Swiss gathered at a peaceful meeting in Bern, expressing sympathy with solidarity and calling for removal of martial law in Poland. A crowd estimated by police at 3,000 marches over the 2-mile route for Amsterdam. In New York City, about 1,500 demonstrators holding goods and chanting slogans rallied outside the Polish consulate in Manhattan as a Polish demonstrator tears a Soviet flag in New York at the Polish flag flies above. Turnout at a rally at Daly Center Plaza in Chicago was like about 1,000 people showed up for a demonstration that lasted about 30 minutes. In Rome, Italian police used helicopters and dogs to comb northeast Italy in their largest manhunt on record for searching for the People's Prison, where U.S. Brigadier General James L. Dorsey reported was held by brigade terrorists to face planetary injustice. A terrorist in a 6-page statement issued Saturday. Brandon the Yankee Pig kidnapped Dozier, who was a Yankee Pig in the clan war against NATO, and the American military police reported. In Verona, Judith Dozier, her voice cracking and her eyes welling up with tears, appealed to the terrorists for the safe release of her 50-year-old husband. The statement by Marxist urban guerrillas were the first written dispatch since they were snatched Dozier from his Verona apartment Thursday night. War against NATO went one of the slogans at the end of the message. They attacked the centers and the war strategies and bases of the American military machine. That statement accusing the United States and multinational corporations of using Western airlines to dominate Europe and criticize the complete exclusion of the tourist peoples from the U.S. Soviet arms and reduction talks in Geneva, Switzerland. The company was a cracker box of waste packet of a
battled the flames, and the cause of the fire is under investigation.
Major Rome thoroughfare of via 20 September. An anonymous telephone caller told a journalist from the Rome newspaper Corriere d'Italia where to find it. The message did not make any demands for Dozier's release. It carried the Red Brigadier flag symbol at the top of 5-pointed star in the circle was labeled company number 1. In previous kidnappings, the Red Brigade held each of a series of numbered companies. And Thursday, December 17th, an nucleus of our organization captured and locked the People's Prison of Yankee Pig in the American Occupation Army. Brigadier General James Dorsey, a vast commander of the land forces in Southern Europe, the statement said, the message praised West Germany's Red Army faction and other left-wing terrorist group on the claimed attacks at the NATO facilities. It also called for reopening links with other urban guerrilla groups in Europe, naming them especially for the Irish Republican Army and the Basque separatists, the group ETA. Mrs. Dozier, in a brief statement at NATO headquarters targeted for the Red Brigade, said, this is a man who lives and cares for others. We hope that you will return them safely and soundly, she said, her voice with a little emotion. Police said Dozier, the second highest ranking army official in Southern Europe, was probably in the hands of the leftist terrorist group part-line Venice wing, which kidnapped chemical company executive Giuseppe Celluccio last May 20th in the leftist bullet-witted body in a drunk car on July 6th. Our victim is hardliners police chief Pasquale Zapponi told on the news conference.
And your sense of humor. Please let me know what I can do for you.
At first it was shocking. It was like October was horrific.
Then in early November, Xenia got a letter from the 5th.
When the economy turns sour, some claim they had time and ask for the streets. But apparently they told no one has told Kokomo's 2 Hospital Foundation director in the news, least of all its contributors. Despite the bleak good economy and 11.5% unemployment rate in the county, both hospital and foundation officers reported an increase in 1981 collections from that raised in 1980. All told, $388,974 expected to pour into the 2 hospital foundations this year. St. Joseph Memorial Hospital expects the collection to increase about 5% to $210,000 from the $200,000, and then Howard Community Claims Funds have greatly increased from last year's $161,934 to $178,974 for a 10% jump. And those in charge of keeping track of such figures at hospitals are delighted with those reports. I'm so pleased with this next report. At this time in the year, with the economies.
For only one gift this Christmas.
Said George Bean, Executive Secretary of the Harvard Community Hospital Foundation. At the time, they have done a super job. And Means counterpart Mr. Caldwell said it's surprised at the way the economy is. Unlike Howard Community Hospital Foundation and annual membership draft, Mr. Caldwell explained St. Joseph requests the contributions all year and does not hold any special fundraising events. The foundation sent out a letter to asking for donations